Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back for another review of WandaVision. This week was episode 5. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javonte. And before we start this shit off, I gotta go and tell Marvel, give Marvel that love right here.
This nigga. And also joining us is our dog, Macy. Yes. Love you. So yeah, basically episode 5 was... Vision is definitely starting to catch on. You get more of that suburban lifestyle from Wanda and Vision and their kids who grow rapidly at this point. And, you know, outside of Westview, you have Sword with Darcy and Jimmy Woo and Monica Rambeau. They're still trying to investigate and piece together exactly what is going on with Wanda in this strange new reality that they're in. And yeah, it's it comes to a pretty pretty hostile standpoint, you know, when they try to send a missile after Wanda and her kids, and she ends up coming out of that bubble.
Show why she different.
Yeah, she just she came out. She had the guns pointing at the men and everything.
They reference. She took Thanos on. She built different.
Yeah,
they referenced that in the show.
I know. I'm glad they did. They were like, shit. She had Thanos on had that nigga on point until had that nigga rain fire and ass. So yeah, I'm glad they mentioned that, and also you can see like maybe there's a little bit of a rift between Monica and Captain Marvel as well, because when she was mentioned, like you kind of saw how she reacted. But yeah, I mean, you get these points in the episode. Vision, when he's at work, he ends up like tapping into one of his coworkers, and he ends up starting like snaps back into reality. He starts, you know, being concerned, like, oh, like my family and my sister, and you know, so.
It's been like, what do you say? It's been like 3 years, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. So it's just crazy. I mean, honestly, Wanda, and I think that's what the crazy thing about you know, the series so far is that each episode you're kind of like, shit, you know, maybe Wanda is the villain, low key. Because I mean, she really. All right, see you, Macy. But yeah, she really. I don't know, man. She's just because they even show her, you know, like infiltrating Sword.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, still in his body.
Yeah, man. The episode was crazy. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm enjoying it more and more every week. I mean, I know it started for some people slow, but man, it really done picked up, and it's really putting some of the pieces. I know last week we saw Vision dead, and I thought Vision was just like, I don't know how. I guess I thought she always had the body of Vision. Like Vision was always like they're dead, but she was making them come to life. But the fact that she went through Sword and just basically went there and took all that shit was pretty crazy. But then it had me thinking like. The connections later on, like I feel like all that's just gonna connect later on. Like I feel like Sword, low key, is gonna introduce the Fantastic Four. I think that's gonna be their bringing. Cause I feel like now I feel like low key like Thor, Captain America, they should all know about Sword because they had Vision's body. And I know they didn't gift the body just like that. Unless because Wanda was gone, so maybe they just gave that shit up. But I don't know. For some reason, I think Sword might be included. Like we haven't mentioned them yet, but like they've always been there. Kind of like on some Hydra, but not like Hydra, but like something like that.
Like just low key.
Yeah, low key on some shit. But I think they're gonna bring the Fantastic Four. But as far as the episode was amazing. Seeing the kids talk to the mom, like, oh, bring them back. It's like basically like her whole universe that she's made, all that stuff she's created is kind of like just tearing apart. And like stuff trying to flow through. She can't control anything. Like people are starting to come out of stuff, and like that moment when old girl come in to save the kid, to take care of the kid, she's like, you want me to run that back? And Vision like, huh? Like you can get that? And she's trying to play out, but it's like everything's like tearing apart now. Like everything's just falling apart. You can see it through Wanda. I also think it was dope. You can talk if you want next. How they did the Full House theme.
Yeah, it was
especially with Elizabeth Olsen, her sisters being in Full House. I think that was like a nice little, you know. I think she probably.
I thought it was like Full House mixed with like Roseanne in a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
I thought yeah. Full House. That shit. Yeah.
And they showed the baby pictures of Vision. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I like that. I like because they've had different themes throughout. I mean, we mentioned Witch.
I like the connection because of the Olsen twins being with their kids and then their sisters doing it. So it's just like
that was
it's cool. Pretty dope. But yeah, you can go.
Oh, you want me to talk? Oh yeah. So anyway, by the way, this is a spoiler review. So we already talked about a bunch of spoilers already, and you know the biggest spoiler was towards the end when Wanda and Vision are at a standoff, and which is a really cool shot, by the way. Just them in the room, flying.
It's a true marriage moment.
It was literally a marriage story or whatever that it seemed like. But yeah, the door rings and appears. You see white hair.
Who do you think was coming? Who do you think was coming at the door?
Who did I think was coming? Shit.
I mean, talking about like because it would be a bigger cameo than like it's like when Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I thought maybe it might have been like I probably actually thought Magneto or something.
Oh, why? I thought like Cap or Iron Man or something like that. I don't know why I was thinking that though.
Or something like that.
I thought like some like throwback to like their OG stuff, but then
I thought it was like going to be like an original Avengers.
Yeah. But then seeing that damn hair, you do all like, oh shit.
And then seeing it was that Quicksilver. Like I thought it was gonna be like if they were gonna bring Quicksilver, it was gonna be Aaron Taylor Johnson, from Age of Ultron. But
we have the multiverse.
Yeah, the multiverse is here. So
it's here. And girls, bitches, it goes out that third person. She's like she recasted him.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes it like, oh, okay, like this is actually the multiverse. Because if it was just like, oh, she brought Pietro back, then it would have just been a normal, character switch, like how they did with Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard and Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo. Mm-hmm. But this was actually like, oh shit, this is Macy.
It made me think about what's next to come though, man. I think Wanda's gonna be the I think this what she's doing now is gonna be that breaking point to where all this like get to like fuck up the whole the cosmic, like gonna fuck up everything, so everything's gonna be just mixing in and out. You have all kind of shit thrown down, which I think is gonna be dope. Dope concept. And I think Doctor Strange has to come in to try to fix some of this shit.
Yeah. I wonder actually now I think about it, I'm like, if they brought Pietro, I wonder like what Magneto would they bring if they did. Would they bring be the Ian McKellen one or the Michael Fassbender?
Jeez, I think I like Ian McKellen, but I think you gotta bring back Michael Fassbender just because he's younger and you can do more with him. Yeah. You bring Ian, unless you don't plan on having him around that long, but if you Michael Fassbender, he's way younger, so you can use more with him when it comes to film.
But you gotta actually like age him up a little bit because like he seems like he looks like a little too young to be having two grown.
It depends it depends what time you grab him from though.
Yeah.
Say he comes from when he first pops out that he like lost his wife and stuff like that. Say he pops up at that age, he's still younger at that point. So it just depends what age you bring him at.
Okay, I'm just saying because the X-Men movies, I'll say this: the recent X-Men movies that came out, like X-Men Origins, Days of Future Past. Well, Days of Future Past was great, but like Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix and all that shit. They did a terrible job at aging them up.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit was in the span of
30. At the end of Dark Phoenix, it didn't make no sense how old they were. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But now the X-Men movies, low key, I was on Disney Plus. They actually got some value now. I'm like, okay, look at Kevin Feige made the X-Men, Fox X-Men actually okay now. Cause you're like, damn, maybe I need to rewatch these.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get other things coming from this.
Because you might get people who don't even watch the X-Men movies and they've watched strictly the MCU. And
I'm saying,
like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, or they see him, but like, fuck him. Like, you know what I mean? Like Dark Fear. I know a lot of people didn't watch Dark Fear. I watched it. I know a lot of people didn't watch Dark Fear because they said it was trash. It was trash. Hey, one thing already. Y'all gonna bring X-Men back or some of these characters do not bring back Hugh Jackman. We need to move on from that, first off.
Shit.
Second off, no Jennifer Lawrence Mystique. Sorry, I don't want it. Reason being, because they ain't gonna be Mystique, just Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, it's Katniss Everdeen painted blue. That's what it is. Because that was the biggest, like,
or recast Mystique. I think you should recast Mystique. But Wolverine needs to be recast. If you're gonna bring Wolverine got to be
I feel like if you're gonna bring a new X-Men universe, you're gonna have to bring in someone.
I don't know, but they brought their boy back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think.
But he wasn't a key factor, so I think you could have brought him back. But.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think Hugh Jackman's gonna be the type to want to stay on for and be committed for that long. So,
unless they bring him that Deadpool movie though. But
yeah,
I'm cool with Hugh Jackman's a great Wolverine. Don't get it twisted. I think when you have Hugh Jackman, it just takes away from the rest of the X-Men because Hugh Jackman, Fox has always made him as the leader of the X-Men, which is not the case. Cyclops the guy.
Yeah.
And Cyclops has always been overshadowed by Wolverine. So Cyclops has never got no justice in
he really did.
You know the movie Cyclops is weak.
Cyclops literally, if you watch the animated series, like he's literally always a top tier character. But in the movies, he gets
bodied. Toad bodied him in the first one.
Yep.
That chick with the claws bodied him in the second
Lady
one.
Deathstrike.
His old woman, Jean Grey, bodied him in the third one.
Yep, bodied him for real, killed his ass.
Yeah, I was saying he was never got no use.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if they do bring the X-Men, my biggest thing, can we please get the actual costumes for this one? Like I just want some clean ass.
I don't mind. I get what you're saying. I don't mind a a remodel of it, but keep that OG like style, it's like the color maybe or something like that.
That's what.
Like you could add like some new ways to do it, but like keep some of that original.
I'm just saying, like how they ended with X-Men Apocalypse, where they had all them, they had the costumes and everything. I was like, okay, bet. But they just did that. They literally did that for fan service. They literally did. Yeah, they did that for fan service. They were like, you know what? Fans have been complaining too much about the X-Men costumes. Let's just throw this shit in, so they'll never complain again.
Facts.
Guess what? We're still complaining because it was only there for that for the end of that fucking movie.
He ain't lying.
So I mean,
he ain't lying.
Yeah. Also, some other things that you kind of noticed in WandaVision, especially like commercial this time, was Lagos, which Lagos is the city that Wanda. Kind of had that incident at the beginning of Civil War.
I mean, she blew it up.
Yeah, she blew it up.
She blew it up.
She blew it up. Yes.
She blew the shit out of it. Incident. Like,
she blew it up.
Something small. Shut that motherfucker.
But yeah, there was that, and I'm trying to think. Was there any other?
I think that was the only commercial.
Yeah.
Because but the show's been getting good, man. I remember. Funny moment. I saw when they had the end credits go in the movie. They had the end credits go, and they were still talking. So I'm like, oh, I had to pause and see how much I had. Look, I'm like, oh, don't cut it off right here. But look, it's still more. I was like, man. Cause it's getting better and better by the week, and now after 4 and 5 so far, I think 4 started, but like now it feels like real like Marvel again.
Yeah, it feels like
it has comedy moments, but it doesn't feel like a comedy show no more. It feels like okay, this is Marvel, like this is back what we doing.
Yeah.
But hey, you talking about that? Oh, Wanda got no control, but I think she do have some control. But I know she did have that moment where she said, "You think I'm doing all this?" But I know that was like a sarcastic. Do you think I'll do all this? Or it's like...
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny when he was like, oh, you just can't end the conversation like this. And then she started rolling the credits and walking off. That shit was hilarious.
And I thought the show was over.
I really thought it was over too. I was like, bro, come on now.
Look at the thing.
But, no, also I would like to point out, because, I mentioned Mephisto, and I still think he's potentially playing, because I know, like, there's things in the comments, like, that represent him, like the hexagon, apparently, and, the whole devils and the details. And also Agnes, I mean, she's the only character who's really, like, been close with Wanda and Vision, she's always eavesdropping, she's always checking on the kids. So I feel like she kind of plays a part in it.
I don't think so, bro.
I'm telling you, I think she's a main like plot.
Maybe
she's a main character.
Maybe I don't. I mean, we haven't seen that episode yet, but I know that moment when we saw like the preview from the back. Remember when he hits with the thing and she like asks, "Aren't you? You're dead." So I don't know if she's actually. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it could be though.
Or her husband Ralph, because she always mentions that nigga, but has never been in the episode so far.
That's true too. Yeah.
So.
Or could you be setting? Yeah, it's possible. Or could you be setting up? I think you could do that. I think that's either the way, or they're setting up the Wanda going to the dark side, bro. Like, you got her brother now. All you gotta do is bring back Nito in.
I know, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I told you, like. A couple episodes. Yeah, I thought you were tripping. I was like, why would they? Why the hell would they do that? But no, actually, after seeing this shit, bro, Wanda.
Bro, I talked to Kevin Feige, bro. Feige gave me the
head ass.
He told me what's going down, bro.
Nah, but Wanda, she's going full like crazy. She's having a full mental breakdown since losing Vision.
But Vision's.
Vision catching on.
He's catching on now. Yeah. Like I thought she was gonna be able to brainwash him again, but no, he's catching on now. He's starting to realize it because like she's starting to like she's not careful no more. Like you could tell like. She's starting to give away that this ain't real because she's starting not to care no more about things. Like she's showing off the powers and even Vision like, like what are you doing like in front of people and stuff like that. So like I think he's realizing also like this ain't right. This don't make no sense. And that computer had that message saying like about the outside world. He's like realizing he's like Vision ain't no idiot. He's fucking machine.
Yeah,
he's smart. So he's like think about that shit. But I think at the end of the day, I think it's gonna come down to I don't know what's gonna come.
I just think. The reason why I say like, oh shit, like it's something more than Wanda is because like she said like when you just mentioned like she's not controlling all of it, and also like Pietro, she didn't. I don't think she was the one that brought Pietro in.
I think she did
because I mean she looked surprised when he first appeared also.
But no, okay, this is what I think about that. Remember in the episode when they asked her, the Sid's kids asked, "Do you have a brother?" What'd she say?
Yeah,
she didn't say he was dead. She said, "Yeah, he's just far from here, and I'm sad sometimes." So I'm thinking she used that. Reimagined it, brought him in because she talked to Monica, she told him that he was dead. Like, she already knew he was dead, but she said he was dead.
Mm-hmm. But so she tried to change up.
I think like old girl said she recast that. She brought him back in a different form though.
Okay, yeah.
It's like this. It's like the universe has always been together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like one is so powerful and has such a unique ability that she's able to take from other universes and pull in. Like I think she took another Pietro from another universe. and brought him in.
Yeah, but you don't think she's gonna stop there? You think she's gonna pull out the motherfucker?
I think she's gonna end up. I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna end up like not making a big ass like a fucking explosion of shit. But like I think she's gonna not be able to control it, and she's gonna like fuck up the timeline of somewhere and the universes, and she's gonna bring that shit in naturally. And that's how we're gonna get these characters in to where it makes sense, and you can still keep on with your stories instead of forcing shit. It's gonna be thrown in like you're gonna have characters in certain areas and shit, and you're gonna have it all come together at one point.
Yeah, I mean that's
because think about it, we have Cap coming back, right?
Yeah, that's true.
What if you show Cap in another universe, right? Another timeline with Wolverine and shit during the early days, in World War, and then you bring Wolverine in, the young Wolverine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can do stuff like that. Like Marvel's done it right. They got so many options they can do it. So like I ain't gonna lie, I thought Marvel was done after what happened with Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. And then like when they got rid of Iron Man, kind of like, oh, I don't know where they're gonna go. All the heavy hitters are going. But Kevin Feige finds a way. He's that guy.
Yeah, credit to Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios.
It's okay. I know you want DC to get like that. They don't get like that. They don't get you like that.
First off, man, I love DC. I love Marvel. I love both. So I will cheer for both if both are actually good.
I'll cheer for both when both get when DC get their shit together.
You know,
DC has
I still think DC has a couple hits, but you know that's something we can agree to disagree on.
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, we can.
That's what's coming. Suicide Squad's coming.
Hey,
that tells you. Hey, we got hits though. Marvel put out Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi, all kind of shit. DC got Suicide Squad.
Okay. But, you know, it's all good. We're sticking with WandaVision right now.
Yeah, we can say WandaVision. You know, but other things about the episode, what else you got to talk about? What else you thought?
Shit.
Try to think what else. We talk about the main stuff, the big things. The acting, man.
Yeah.
The acting's been amazing, man. You tell the characters are really getting their role. Man, Wanda, she's starting to get scarier and scarier by the episode. Like you said, I tell you she's the villain, bro.
Yeah,
she's the bad guy. It throws the ultimate plot twist. Like, oh, everyone knows, she's going to be Doctor Strange shit. What if she's the villain of Doctor Strange's movie?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So I don't know where they're going to go. But the Marvels, they've done some brilliant stuff, man. Go with a show and then take a risk like they did with this show. Because this show was risky. Like, you didn't know, because this ain't the typical, like, if you're a typical Marvel fan, this ain't the Marvel formula usually. Like, I mean, this is different. So, like, it took a chance, like, taking a chance with people, like, oh, you know, we don't know people, hey, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but, hey, Marvel said, we're going to take a chance, we're going to try something new, which I like, because Marvel, you got to grow, like, you can't just keep putting the Marvel form, you can't keep doing the same product, like, same small thing, you got to change up and do different things.
And that's the thing, like, it was the show in general was just a twist, it was different from a lot of what Marvel content that we've seen. Yeah. You know, especially from the start. And like you said, it went back to it eventually, but at the same time, it wanted to pull fans in with a different way than it usually does. And, you know, that's the thing with Marvel that's going to start doing now. I mean, we're getting Doctor Strange, and I heard that's going to be like a horror, horror movie in some way. So, you know, that's a start for them as well. So they're just throwing out all these different tactics that we've seen recently, you know?
Nah, for sure. And I think, honestly, I grabbed Disney Plus when it first came out, like, originally. And at first, there was no real content. Like, you had your throwback movies and stuff like that, but you didn't have no real content. Like, you were like, brand new content. You were like, oh, I need Disney Plus. But Disney Plus is really, they said they were going to put out a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, and put out a lot of, like, movie quality stuff on their shows, and they have. I think Disney's done a great job. Disney Plus has done a great job with The Mandalorian and Vision, Wanda and Vision. These are great shows that have movie quality to them. So I think they've been doing a great job. And I'm not going to say it yet, but it's getting tough. Like, I don't know. Hey, low-key, WandaVision might be better than Mandalorian. I'm not going to say it yet, but it's looking like, bro, WandaVision up there, bro. Hold on. Say, I know we're going to get 2 seasons of WandaVision.
WandaVision's nice, don't get me wrong, but Mandalorian now.
Season 1 of WandaVision versus Season 1 of Mandalorian. We're all talking about this at the end when it's all over, but low-key, Season 1 of Mandalorian might take a back seat to Season 1 of WandaVision. Okay,
but it's different, though, because WandaVision, it's like you know these characters, you know kind of their story. Mandalorian, everything was new, so of course it's going to be a little bit...
Okay, Season 2 of Mandalorian compared to Season 1 of WandaVision.
Season 2 of Mandalorian.
Oh, no, it's tough right now. It's tough right now. WandaVision, low-key, might be that show on Marvel. And now I'm excited for Captain... I was excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier, but now I'm low-key kind of excited for that show. Yeah. I think that's going to be pretty good. I don't really care for Falcon. The Winter Soldier, he ain't been the Winter Soldier since Winter Soldier. He ain't been that guy for a minute, so, you know. But I'm excited for that show now, too, because I can see they're doing a good job. They got a plan. Marvel has a plan, and they always do, man. That's one thing about Kevin Feige. They have a plan always. So.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
But yeah, let us know what you guys' thoughts were on this recent episode of WandaVision. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Shout out Kevin Feige.
Yep. Deuces.
Take care, guys.